Okay, I got it. I got it. I figured it out. Here you go. Here's an actual working link. Can you connect to this one? Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to chat, text in the YouTube chat? Something that won't get me demonetized? Get it. Hmm. All right. There's a bit of a lag, and by a bit of a lag, I mean a really big lag by about 25 seconds. So if you try talking to me, I'm going to totally miss it. Sorry, my dude. But I'll just go ahead and take you guys around my farm, and I'll explain things as I'm going. But there's enough of a delay that if you actually want to talk to me, you're probably going to have to call me on the phone, because this is pretty damn bad delay here. I'm dead serious, like 20, 30 seconds. So let's go in. If you have any questions, just call me on my phone. Alright, so here's the map. This is the main area. The way I got it is I put 2-layer walls around everything. And whenever there's an area, like they go, oh no, you're under attack, I rush to one of my mini, not here, gates. And then I try to set up some kind of defense there, and then I just kind of leave it there for next time. Now, whenever I have these sort of things where it says, oh no, you've already completed your mine, there's actually a mod to deal with that, which goes click here, and it's this one right here, sell depleted mines. But this can knock out the power, but it will tell you how much you'll get back from doing the deconstruction. So I hit this, whoop, and I go on my map, and I'll watch these disappear. And I didn't lose all my power just now. Sweet. That doesn't mean anything. Okay, so it looks like you got one over here, and one way over there. Probably that one. So we go up here. Oh, it's over here. Right there. Now one of the other mods lets me drag and drop. So like I can just, well, I'm not gonna need to for this one, but I can drag, see? So that one's set up. I will ignore you now. And then, what the hell is that? Oh, nice. Okay, underneath, normally you can actually drag these. So that's not a special mod. But about the dragon thing, I can do this. And boom. Oh, you might be wondering why I'm getting such a stupidly good build time. It's because of another mod that is technically a cheat. If I go into my menu, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, all these bitches. Not sure how many of these actually speed up my build, but they do make me absurdly powerful. So yeah, and of course right now I'm equipped to a teleport, but I'm going to swap that one out for alien camouflage because that one's more valuable because I'm gone. And so yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and, oh wait, I see a question mark over here. You don't. It's, oh, okay. I guess I got hit by a meteorite at some point, just like, yeah. So, that takes care of that. You can even see where the meteorite actually hit around here. It's pretty intense. Alright, so, now time to jump. Now, when you look at this map, this right here is all the places you can go. For a full breakdown, these are all your missions that you still have left. Hold on, I'm going to shut down, I'm going to drop this window over here, it's bugging me. Okay, now, so like for instance, construct the Rift Station. Metallic Valley, fungal swamps, establish a uranium mining camp. Not gonna happen. But anyway, now when you're over here, this right here tells you where you've built outposts. This right here, the threat level is how often you're attacked, and the resource or the prominent resources here is suggestive but not true. It kind of is like, hey, it's got these things, but it usually has everything if you know what you're doing. Now this one right here is my secondary base. This is everything it's generating per second. And please note, I have no mines on this area. None. We're going to jump there here in a second. This is all from farms. Meaning, I get this permanently until the end of the game. So, now I do have some other ones, like I have this one for Cobalt, but that's just because I had to. When I jump to this one, I'm actually, I got Cobalt farms in the main area. In fact, I'll go show you those right now. So here are the Cobalt farms. Oh, by the way, when you set up a farm, what you do is
Quantum gate stabilizer construction finished.
Yay,
That's
me.
great news. It wasn't easy to gather all that titanium to build it.
Okay, so now what it is
Ashley, we have assembled all of the Rift Station components. We can start preparing the station for the power-up sequence. Walk onto the Rift Station to initiate a complete diagnostics check of all of the station's subsystems.
Okay, so the way you configure it is you put this thing at the center. This is what grows it, and you need 3 of these picking stations around it. This does burn an uncomfortable amount of power, but it is 100% worth it when you think that this is from now until the end of the game. Also, in this particular case, I get to upgrade these. Oh, I get to show you the upgrade mod. Now, the way the upgrade mod works is you can select something you want to upgrade, click it, and then you can upgrade every one of them on the map. It'll tell you what your upgrade costs are. Like this one's going to cost me, this is going to be all of them, by the way. See, like, there's some up here. Those need to be upgraded. And so then when I hit this button, this one. Again, boom. Now this actually gets really wild looking when I'm like upgrading 5,000 walls, because the game will actually lag as it sends out thousands of bots. Now back to this growing thing. What happens is each one of these is about fast enough to pick this stuff almost at the speed that this can plant them, which is the reason why I'm getting such absurd rates over here. Oh, and this is a mod too. Normally you don't see anything below this line, but one of the mods I have shows you all these little ones that I keep track of what's going on, because it's desperately important to know how much I've got going on, like with titanium and uranium especially. And of course I have none of this uranium because didn't pick up.
I'm detecting seismic activity near our position.
Of course you are. Well, the good news, I can show you the repair tool after this if it's in the middle of something important. Come on, Mr. Riggs. What's going to happen
Base,
to me?
the earthquake opened up the ground. I'm detecting a small gravitational anomaly near our base. We should investigate it.
That's cool. Neato. We just have to wait for the earthquake to end. Can't build stuff while it's making the shakes.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction. Base is under attack.
Okay, so this is done repairs. We got this. Now we'll go repair everything. Very useful, especially after your base just dies asking you to do it. Okay, now, let's go ahead and jump. Wow, we'll wait for this to build and then we'll jump. Let's jump to the farm. Now notice how it says threat level low? This thing basically never gets attacked, but now that I'm streaming, I'm fairly certain I'll be attacked 5 seconds after I show up. The most important thing here is flammable gas, but I'm going to tell you right now, those events are few and far in between. We have to make our own. Open rifle. Roll intro. But anyway. Okay, so this right here is basically an operation. I put these as close together as I could. So like when I mouse over, you can see where I did it. And so the idea is to get as many pumps as possible on these lines, and then you connect up one of these. And the reason why you do that is because... Okay, this one here. You can see over there on the left where it says input is 1400 and my output is 1400. As long as I keep these two numbers stable, I won't overrun myself. Basically, I want these to match. If I'm outputting more than I'm pulling in, I'll run out. If I output less, then I'm wasting resources. So try to keep it balanced. Now, these will never change the amount of input and output, or input for sludge. So that means that this math will always stay stable, but the output can differ. And then over here, we have what our current input and output is. The output here is actually really low compared to what I could use it for, simply because I just didn't need more. If you look at my positive energy up here, I am way in the green. So there's just really no reason for me to build it. But if I suddenly needed, I had a big urge to need, I could get it together. Now, you might notice you hear some clicking. That's because these are my radiation farms over here, or my nukes. This one's for nuclear, 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 and then you got more nuclear up here, and more nuclear. Oh wow, I got a spot here to put something. Anyway, continuing. Then there should be another farm. Oh, here's some. Now these right here are actually growing something else. If you want to know what things or what grows what, go into your database click on plants, and then when you click on it, it'll tell you what they grow up here. Like this one here is carbonium and plant mass. This one's uranium, ironium, and plant mass. Most of them will have some sort of plant mass, but this right here doesn't tell you where they grow because there is restrictions on where they can grow. Generally speaking, I found that basically everything on this list grows in acidic biome except for the one that gives me cobalt, which is what I was growing back there. This was just black crystals. So like if I wanted to get rhodonite, I'd just go ahead and change over one of my farms to rhodonite. Right here, I'm getting, that's what it is. It's titanium and verdonite, but I don't really care about the verdonite. This was just like the only thing I found that had a whole bunch of titanium. The higher your familiarity level, the more you'll get from it. So in this particular case, my familiarity level is 7. So I basically almost maxed this thing out. Obviously, ones I don't know much about, well, I don't know much about them. So every element is available in here because I've just been scanning everything. Oh, and there's also different versions of things. Like this one has this one, and then this one. So I've got another one that has titanium on it, but it's a much lower, and it doesn't have a secondary item that I would want. So, yeah, more another titanium one. This one I recently scanned when I was in another biome. It could be a substitute, but I'm not going to bother with it. Generally speaking, I want to grow everything in this area so it doesn't bog down my main area, because farms will absolutely destroy system resources for your PC. Not necessarily for, you know, the game, but for your PC. Now, I'm actually growing some of this too for palladium. I only have a single farm of it. It's somewhere. Certain I'm growing palladium somewhere. Ah, here it is. This is the palladium farm. I don't really use much palladium, even though it's supposed to, you know, need a lot of it. But it's just, it doesn't really come up all that often. Point is that if I want to swap a farm over, all I gotta do is click on, we're gonna swap a radiation farm. I click on one of these, click on this, and all the plants I can grow are going to be colored. All the ones I can't are going to be grayed out. They'll say unavailable in this biome. This one requires a rainforest. This one requires desert.
My sensors are indicating an imminent release of acidic gases.
Yummy. Now these right here, if I wanted rhodonite, I could grow rhodonite. I don't have a reason to. Same thing with all these other ones. Unavailable.
Multiple fissures are opening up and are erupting with highly corrosive gas. We won't be able to build anything within these clouds.
We're fine, it's over there. But yeah, I can just go ahead and tag on whatever I want. But unfortunately, it's like this one here with cobalt, can't grow it here. And I haven't scanned anything else with cobalt in it. I would love to move my cobalt into this area, just so I can shut down the farm in the main area. Because I'd like to lower the amount of space I have to protect in the main area. Pull back the walls a bit, maybe. Yeah. And so, I'm not going to change it after all because I don't really have a reason to. But yeah, generally speaking, I'm using the acid 2 different directions. I am using acid from...
The acidic gas is dispersing. The eruption is over. It's hard to say how often these may happen.
Thank you, Mr. Riggs. Anyway, so basically, yeah, because I have water purification here, and this one, of course, I'm actually outputting more than I'm inputting, and that's a problem. But, unfortunately, this one here is completely even, so there's not much I can do about it. This number will, over time, slowly drop. Wow, I mean, a lot faster than I was expecting. I most likely just made a miscalculation somewhere, but I can fix that miscalculation. I just have to go figure out where I made the miscalculation. Looks like... Let me go check out the other area. So this water is even too. This is problematic. Okay, so this one here has already been tapped into. Let me check. Oh, I can fit one. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, maybe my game's bugged out, but whatever direction this is facing, it does the opposite. So right now it's facing towards me, but I want it to face the other direction, so when I click, it made it point the other direction. So I take this, there. Now, what I've just done is I've increased the pressure to 200, or to a plus 2200, which is going into these. Now, these are water processing plants right here. They were already at load, so in order to increase it by one more, I have to create another processing plant. And I have to bring down this and this. Now each one of these will take 200 sludge and create 100 water. Yeah, so what I've just done is I've increased the flow up here to 800 in, 700 out. Now if I want, I can connect the two stations together in order to take care of my water deficit down there. The best way to do that would be to figure out where exactly it is. It's right here. Yeah, that's good. Come up with a line between them because I'm just building a line. And I'll just connect the two systems together. And just like that, I have merged both systems together. I should no longer have a water deficit. Theoretically. Let's find out. I have lied to myself before. Nope, we're equalized. What that means is that it's the same in, same out. No problem. This will never fail. Probably. And so, yeah. 1,000 in, 1,000 out. And of course, I can always expand it out if I want to. It seems I lied about me not mining stuff. I forgot that I was mining this to get them out of here so I could grow more uranium, and it was in the way. And apparently I didn't get this. This. Alright, so yeah, because resources get in the way of farms, so you kind of got to get rid of them. I'm not doing this for the resources, I'm doing it to take them out of the way. So, mainly because those will deplete.
A new technology has been developed.
New
And
blueprints are available for crafting.
Okay, so by the way, cloak. Hello! Anyway. Apparently they didn't want to hear about my new insurance. So, yeah, it looks like I accidentally forgot to connect something up here, so I'm going to figure out what that is. Oh, yeah, I mean, obviously. But yeah, also, I don't know if you know this, but radar is immensely useful for figuring out where enemies are. So you should never be afraid to use it, especially once you have a uranium farm up, because uranium is cheap, and while the range is kind of like meh, let's see if we get one. Oh, by the way, the reason why there's more on here is I got a mod that actually extends out the size of this. I'm looking at, there's another mod I can get that'll make it taller so I can pick it from a grid, which will be way cooler. But anyway, if you look at the map over on the right here, you can see how much range a radar dish will cover. The 2 covers that, or the one with a little bit of radiation. This one without using uranium, but I have a uranium farm, so I do what I want. Normally you don't want to build on top of spaces where you are growing stuff, so we won't. We'll put it right about here. And that'll tell me everything that's out that direction. So there's a lot of space for me to expand my farms. As you can see, I kind of murderized everything out here. I thought I murderized everything out here. Oh, also, if you're in an acid biome, make yourself an inflamer, and here's why. If I hit a corpse with a fire, it makes it do never mind. I don't know what happened there. Alright, so I think that basically covers. Yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them. Zoe will wait the 20 seconds as necessary. Oh. I'm sorry. Anyway, there was one more question you asked me, which was about desert tiles. Okay. On the tree. Okay, on the research tree. If you go in here.
Research completed.
Oh my. Load up. Okay, oh. If you scroll down your wheel, you can see the whole damn bunch, which is way easier to make it to see where you can see everything. Now, the tile that you're looking for is this one. This research is called extra stable floor. If you put this down over quicksand, you won't sink and your buildings won't get damaged. And in order to show you that, I'll go ahead and teleport to a place since this place is I'm done here. And I'm done with you. I'll be damned. I never bookmarked I guess I have to go to the uranium outpost. God, I didn't want to. I hate that. I can't begin to tell you how much I don't want to do this. Let's see if we got another one. Okay, this will work. Tanzanite. This is a desert biome. Medium threat. Meh. What's this one's threat? High, of course. Open rift.
Rift jump successful. This area is very rich in Tanzanite. My scans have indicated 2 especially large condensations nearby. I have marked their locations on our minimap.
Interesting. We've actually found an oasis in this desert. It looks like one of those condensations is around a pool of liquid. We have to see this.
Yes, that is odd indeed. The second location appears to be a bit more standard. It is a large tanzanite deposit hidden underground. It is spread out in a larger radius.
Okay, we'll analyze it with the geoscanner as soon as we get there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go get myself near one of those. Oh, that's fast. Alright, here we go.
Wow, this is an actual oasis. It looks stunning. These cacti are growing like crazy near this pond.
They contain a lot of tanzanite. We can harvest them to gather the resource, as well as research samples.
Okay. Now, if you look over here, here's some of that shifting sand. Oh, we got, when you mouse over, you can see the sand. That's where you have to build the tiles. So you go in here, you click on this, and then you can build it in here. It actually can be built anywhere, but there is mods that will restrict it so you don't accidentally waste resources, because it does cost more. It's 2 carbonium, whereas a normal floor is only 1. So, we go. Okay, so right there's all the stuff we can't build on. If we try building a building on that, bad things will happen. Alright, now we can build on it, and stuff won't die. So let's go ahead and build something on it, and not let it die. So, we also need a dependable energy source, but unfortunately we don't have access to anything that's too crazy. So, we'll just build something crazy like a fusion power plant, maybe. I don't know. It's a bit much. I'm not feeling it. We'll build one of these instead. These are great temporary things. Power. Now, here's one of those cheat items I was talking about. These things have absurd energy storages, and the next time I play this game, I'm not going to be using them. Because I did not know that those was actually going to do that.
The wind is picking up. There's a dense dust storm visible on the horizon.
The dust storm is now at its peak. We have to wait this out. Base is under attack.
Base is no longer under attack.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting. atmosphere is clearing up. Base operation is returning back to normal.
Base is under attack.
Too much trouble. Plus, it tends to get blown up whenever they shoot over a wall. Sad. I just teleport. So teleport plus cloak, two of the best abilities in the game. Now, this is actually a well-defended area. The only way I can make it better is if I had Gatling towers, not the mechanical ones, but the electric ones. These Gatling lasing towers. The problem is these things burn energy, my god. But once you see these things in action, you get 3 or 4 of these in a row, they will just absolutely eat the enemy. In fact, I've had a few bases where I have these things widely deployed because I just had so much surplus energy. I was like, I got $1 billion. Let's just go ahead and build Noah's Ark. And so, yeah, I just set these things all over the damn place like candy. And it's just absurd to watch them go at it. So they'll just make mincemeat of anything. In fact, I am feeling a little risky. Let's go ahead and do something dumb. This is a fusion power plant. Now, it requires water to run. Building this is completely and totally unreasonable. Welcome aboard, unreasonable. Okay, so, what we're gonna need is we're gonna need water to cool this. And look at that, we have water. Technically, we have mud. So, what we do is we take advantage of the fact that monsters can't attack over water.
Warning! I'm detecting dangerous sun activity. Ashley, there is no protected atmosphere over this desert. We're going to sustain damage.
We'll be fine. So, let's go ahead and create
The sun is burning our armor and structures.
It is doing no such thing. Because I bought the research. But anyway. Okay. That fusion power plant, while it's building, we gotta pull up some water. Now,
Solar radiation is getting back to normal.
we need to try and position these pumps far enough away from each other that they don't interfere with each other. That they don't interfere with each other. So, right here. One of those things. About here. Okay, give one more over here. That's it. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, we got all these together. Now we gotta put them all together. I made that one point the wrong sloppy. Should generate an absurd amount of pressure. Put this here. That should give us some muddy water. Fun fact, when I'm setting up pumps in acid water, I'll actually walk out in the middle of it, just to make sure I got my math right. And then like be burning the crap out of me too, it'll be funny. Okay, so this is 800 mud. This will convert 100 mud at a time. So since it does 8, that means that we can build 8 of these for a 1-to-1 in order to have a lot of purified water. Mud can't really be used for anything else, so we may as well just go ahead and build all 8. So what we do is we build it like this. 2. Okay, let's go ahead and keep building. So all these are set up. This will pull in 800. Pressure is 800. See how it's matching already? Just got to power it. Now the fusion power plant isn't finished yet. Also, it doesn't really matter as long as we have one of these tanks on. We can get rid of any surplus. Now there is one thing about this though. The fusion power plant does something fun. It creates plasma. And I am going to show you how to make that into a fun little item here in a second, which is the whole reason why I'm doing this. So you're going to be like, holy shit, that's awesome. But it requires a little bit of setup, and it's expensive as hell if you don't set up a fusion power plant first. Well, first thing we're going to need is one of these. And then we're going to get rid of these because we don't need this crap anymore. I mean, look at that power. How much we got coming in here. It's absurd. But here's the fusion power. What we do is we take that fusion power, bring it up here, we build this bitch.
The wind is picking up. There's a dense dust storm visible on the horizon.
Now you might be wondering, Tad, what do you use plasma for?
The sky is barely visible now, and dust is getting everywhere. I hate dust storms.
I agree with you. But anyway, what are we going to use all this plasma for? TE? Is this a byproduct that we just have to store or something like that? Oh no, this shit's fun. You're going to love this. But it does, again, require a little bit of setup. We need to use this, a plasma converter. This turns normal plasma into heated plasma. Then now you might be wondering, what do we use heated plasma for? Well, young Padawan, the most powerful weapon in the entire game. This weapon is absurd. It is called the Heavy Artillery Tower, and this thing is made of death. If you can build 3 or 4 of these, you can laugh like a madman. I will be laughing in about 2 minutes. Anything that your radar touches, this thing can hit. When I click on this, well, you'll get the idea here in a second. You see all those red dots there on my map? You won't see them for much longer. That is, of course, once it has some plasma. Unfortunately, one of the problems with this device is that it doesn't ever fire charge plasma. And it helps have a place to store it, I guess. Don't want to waste any of the surplus, obviously. Though we're not going to have surplus for quite some time.
The weather is clearing up. I can see everything again. Let's hope this doesn't happen again too soon.
Don't worry, we're going to get some prints here in a second. By the way, this weapon fires as fast as you need it plasma. If I had multiple converters, like say 6, this thing would be firing like a madman. Unfortunately, it gets a bit absurd once you have those levels. And a single fusion power plant doesn't put out enough for that. But the point is, anything that's on the map can be hit by it. Now, there are other weapons like ICBMs, but their setup's a bit more complicated. So they're kind of hard to use. But let's go make some friends. Let's have some more towers. Oh yeah, Gatling lasers. Now that we have an unbelievable amount of power, we can set Gatling towers.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting.
And then we'll get stopped by our age-old nemesis, basic resources. So let's go ahead and put these back. Oh, wow, that was the wrong one. I'm an idiot. I went for more fun. This one's even bigger. Damn. There. And oh hell, we'll throw one there too. This I need. This. Now, the reason I'm going through all the process to set this thing up is because Cloak has an interesting quirk. If you cloak, anything that's chasing you will go to the nearest structure. What that means is if we create a base that's absurd enough, we don't have to do our own fighting. See this guy? And tap. And
Base is under attack.
Warning! I'm detecting an intense ion storm coming our way. Due to a recent coronal mass ejection on Galatea's sun, it may disable some of our equipment.
now let's go find ourselves a red one. Now it may take a minute to find a red one. I'm not going to engage any enemies.
The ion storm is disabling our equipment.
Of course it is. Once the ion storm ends, we can go find a red one. Oh. But before that, let's make some friends. Hello. Oh, well damn. Forgot about that. Okay, so he's within view. Then that happened. Yeah, I forgot how close I was to the base, you know.
Everything is getting back to normal.
I'll
Thankfully,
go ahead
this didn't last long.
and make friends with this one. Okay, let's go find ourselves a red one. Ugh. Yeah, no choke else I forgot to tell you. Hold on. Before we do this. Now, we don't want to constantly have to jump back to our base to pick up loot. And that's where we get a hold of these little bitches. They're called loot towers. Okay, they're part of this. Okay. By the way, you might notice that we're actually getting low on power here because it's happening a little crazy. We're going to have to do something about that. Now, the loot collector is a thing that will automatically pick up your loot. So you put down one here, and one here, and that should cover everything. I'm going to go and get rid of some of my smaller towers. I'll be fine. I'll just go and throw down some kind of energy station. I'm kind of annoyed I broke these now. I get a lot more animal mass. I'll throw one of these down. But yeah, the loot towers, though, whenever those pods come back here, they'll automatically pick up the stuff so we don't have to come back to base. Oh, wait. That's really bad. It's a little low. Oh, I'm an idiot. Didn't update it. But yeah, this weapon here will continue to fire so long as it's been giving us a supply of plasma. And we're in the green. Cool. So, let's go make friends. I guess they don't do it. Whatever. I guess I have to tap one of those things to make them all go nuts. That sucks.
The weather is changing. I'm sensing an intense dust storm coming our way. This may affect our solar panels.
Yeah, I was hoping to find a purple one.
I hate dust storms.
I hate dust storms too.
The atmosphere is clearing up. Base operation is returning back to normal. A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting.
I don't think I've explained mods to you yet. Okay, now you might notice my weapons are cutting through the enemy like a hot knife through butter. The reason why they're doing that is because I have mods on them. Now, what it is the mods I have on them, one is, well, here, I'll bring it up. This is a, come on. It's not letting me, or it's not showing it. Okay, basically this one here adds energy damage, and this one right here, does, I think this one's passive, let me check it. Let's see. Oh, rate of fire increase. What it is the weapon normally fires 90 rounds per second. Well, this added an extra 20 onto it. So now it fires at 110. So in this one, of course, it adds electricity. And then, on my other weapon, I have it adding acid and more bullets. Not as many, but the acids, by making it to where one does electric and one does acid, I no longer need to use an energy weapon to kill things. So I can literally just lean on these weapons as much as I want. As long as I don't run out of ammo, which is another one of those side effects where I screwed up. So, because I have an absurd amount of ammo now. But yeah. So that's the reason why these things cut through everything like a hot knife through butter. Mods drop, oh, yeah, you can get certain things if you equip them onto your mech warrior. These increase your resource drop rate and the mod drop rate. What that means is that I get more drops with this. So, obviously I'm using a mod here that is absurd. So, by giving me 4 times the layout. Yeah, I'm not a good person. I can live with it, though. Oh, look at this. We found a new friend. Tap, and... try to find a red one. Oh, here we go. Yes.
Base is under attack.
Yeah, you see this shit? This is gonna be gold. I'm actually gonna teleport back to the base for this monster. Oh, actually, I might have to do it anyway, shit.
A building has been destroyed.
Great. What's happening over here? You're breaking my shit. Okay. So I do this, and there really wasn't anything to do here. Huh. Oh, by the way, now that I have all this water, I could actually technically float here. Okay, now back to the purple Scion of Death. Now, once I tap this, let's go ahead and watch. It'll take them a little while to get here. But yeah, we can see the pathway that they normally take. It comes up along here, and there's probably one across here too. If I wanted, I could put down traps. But honestly, I find the traps are kind of boring. I do need to build more though. So I might go ahead and throw some down just because there's an achievement for putting down traps. So... now watch this. almost here. Damn. These guys are fast. You know, there's three bosses who come through. Alright, do you have any other questions? Because if you don't, I'll go ahead and end my stream here. Well, actually, it's more complicated than that. You need titanium too. So titanium, if you decide you want to build a fusion power plant, that's one way to get plasma. But fusion power plants are prohibitively expensive. Like for instance, building this one, just one of these, which by the way, it outputs. Well, this does put out. Yeah, it puts out 150 plasma. But this right here burns 100 plasma. So that means that for every 2 of these, or yeah, you need 2 of these to make 3 of these, which can power 1 of these, or maybe 2 of these. So they are expensive. What you can do though is you can actually build something else, which is kind of a waste. It's called an ionizer.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
The ionizer uses titanium at 2 a second. It will produce 25 plasma, which of course obviously is nowhere near enough. Obviously your fusion power plant's going to be the best, but these are less expensive, you know, per, you know, generated plasma. Ultimately, it depends on what you're going to do. This little setup here that I put here was mainly for demonstration purposes. Oh, also, I can actually turn this into a template with one of my mods, and I can insta-build this entire structure in the future if I want. Obviously, it will cost all the resources when I do it, but I don't actually have to physically set it up. And it'd be a great way to just be like, hey guys, hey bitches, and then, yeah. So mainly these right here, these cornerstone weapons, they're good at hitting long-range targets, as you've seen, but at the end of the day, the setup is incredible because it's this, that over here, and this, and then you need water. And this draws in 100 water per tick, so 100 water can build a farm. So, and also don't forget the tremendous resource cost. The good thing about this is because it's fusion power, it doesn't burn uranium, which is a 100% plus. But again, the absurd cost of building one of these, let me get you the cost chart, is all of that along the left side there. You see all this? So thousands upon thousands. And by the way, these numbers are being adjusted because of what I have equipped.
Warning! I'm detecting dangerous sun activity. Ashley, there is no protected atmosphere over this desert. We're going to sustain damage.
We'll be fine. But yeah, these are like 3,500 each.
The sun is burning our armor and structures. Hopefully this will not last long.
So, but yeah, while it is definitely a good thing to build, don't get hooked up on having too many of these just because of the sheer insanity that it takes to build one. At the end, what you really should...
The sun's activity is decreasing. Heat and radiation levels are returning back to normal.
Are these, actually. See, these burn a lot of energy, but only energy. And in any map where you've got a lot of power generation, these are just absolute devastation. You saw what they did to that horde. And they don't cost plasma to upkeep. And there's actually versions of these that use solid ammo. I believe... Well, here's a smaller plasma tower. I would have to go through and actually read about and figure out which one does it, but I know that there's versions that can do just as much damage. Oh, here's something else you probably don't know. If you click on a tower, there's a gear icon here at the center. If you hit that, you can actually put mods directly on towers. So that means that if you find a mod that is absolutely devastating, or better yet, one that reduces ammo consumption, you can actually make your towers a bit more efficient, you know, by doing stuff like that. Like, I got all these mods, and so, like, I can throw these on there if I don't really care about them. Or if I really want a tower that just F you in all its kind of glory, I can drop something nasty on here. So, like, this one increases projectiles, has target piercing, rate of fire. Imagine that on one of these Gatling guns that are already shooting like one's business. So stack 3, this is a level 2 tower. Once I reach the 3rd level, I can put 3 of these on here, each one increasing it by an additional 30%, until eventually this thing will be tripping over itself to shoot. So right now it already shoots at 20 shots a second. It'd be shooting at 40 shots a second. So with that incredibly high-powered beam, and you saw it only took 2 or 3 of these to absolutely cut that horde to shreds, and that was a purple beacon. So yeah, fun stuff. So, just stuff to keep in mind. Yeah, as for my mech warrior, this is what I currently have on it. So as you can see, I have, yeah, a lot of extra stuff on here. So I'm assuming that now that you've seen this, you want to play, right? I totally get that. Alright, well in that case I'll go ahead and end the stream here. So, yep, and now you have been educated.
Research completed.
Yep, that looks like I'm good. Yeah, my mom called like a dozen times, so I'm gonna have to call her back. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I'll probably be playing a lot more of this tomorrow. I didn't bring in my garbage cans. They'll be fine. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be a wild day. Just think about what it's gonna be like when this has co-op. So, because, hold on, let me show you this. You're gonna like this. First off, let me save. Well, you're gonna like this. What we do is we go here. When we do co-op, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit single player, campaign, new campaign, custom difficulty, and we're gonna take everything in here, and we are gonna jack it all the way to the max. So we are gonna have everything. The wave strength is gonna be set to brutal. So yeah, it's gonna be absurd. Well, we don't need to make everything else brutal, but you get the idea. The enemy will hit faster, harder, will have more health, etc. Or maybe we'll just go ahead and choose brutal difficulty. The brutal difficulty level is suitable only for the elite few that have mastered strategic base defense, economy management, and excel at direct combat with enormous swarms of enemies. You will be constantly under heavy attack by enemy hordes of epic proportions. You have been warned. But alright.